Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Global Beast Tamer. I, the Eternal Beast Tamer. Chapter 6. Supreme Moon Screaming Wolf. GTN looked at Xiao Yin in front of him, and his heart surged. Xiao Yin was directly promoted from the epic level qualification of the Howling Moon Silver Wolf to the supreme level of the Howling Moon Sirius. This was a leap in life, an evolution from Wolf King to Wolf Emperor. As he evolved, GTN could clearly feel that his body was also rapidly becoming stronger. This is the feedback brought to GTN by the supreme level Xiaoyu Sirius. Moreover, Xiaoyan was directly upgraded from the non-level to the intermediate level of Black Iron, and it seemed that he was not far from the advanced level of Black Iron. And Xiao Yin was only 1 day old. Next is the improvement of skills. Absolute Wind Blade, Devouring, Violent, Wolf King Pressure, Teleportation. These skills are all legendary skills. It is indeed a supreme beast master. It's just too strong and unreasonable. After spending a day playing with my sister at home, I confess that I might not be able to come back in the next month. Afterwards I took a nap at home. GTN walked out of the house early the next morning. Brother, you should come back soon, otherwise you may not see me again. Jizaya lay on her windowsill, looking at her brother's leaving figure, her eyes became moist unconsciously. Don't worry, your brother is not ordinary. Sister Shin didn't know when she appeared behind Jizaya and comforted her. She sensed it when GTN summoned its ferocious beast yesterday. That was the cub of Xiaoyu Silver Wolf, and it was of royal blood. The qualifications are at least palace level, and may even be epic level. Sister Shin shook her head. She really didn't know where GTN got this beast. It shouldn't be picked from his school warehouse, right? GTN arrived at school at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then went to the playground as the teacher had previously announced. The road next to the playground is already full of buses coming to pick up students. Almost all the students who woke up a few days ago have arrived at this place, looking for their respective classes. GTN looked around the playground and found that there were about 300 to 400 people, and these should be all the people who have successfully awakened in this class of number 1 middle school. Classes are not assigned randomly, but are assigned based on talent, or in other words, based on the qualifications for mastering beasts. So GTN was naturally assigned to the top class. Therefore, Class 1 was also assigned to the best position, the center of the entire playground. Look. That person is walking towards Class 1. The way he's dressed doesn't look like he's from Class 1. It's possible. I heard that in the first class of this year, a great figure among common people entered. Is the news true? I thought someone else was lying to me. What news? Tell me quickly. I heard that in the final test the day before yesterday, a civilian did not choose the ferocious beast eggs on the shelf, but chose the ferocious beast eggs that were on the ground and no one looked at them. Oh. Then anyone dares to choose. Isn't he afraid of failure? Yes, but who knew that when it hatched, it would turn out to be the egg of a gold-level ferocious beast? That person was really lucky. Holy shit, really? You're not lying to me, are you? It's still a gold-level egg. Does that mean that our Laotian city will have another gold-level boss in the near future? Oh, if I had known I had gone there to choose, maybe I would have contracted a cub of a gold-level ferocious beast. HMPH, do you think anyone can choose that? That is a lucky person that has not been found among us civilians for decades. GTN walked on the playground and listened to the buzz about him. He didn't expect that the news had spread throughout the school. Actually, GTN doesn't know. Just after they left the day before yesterday, people who were in the same testing group as GTN began to spread the news. Now not only their school, but other surrounding schools also have news about him. It became even more amazing as the news spread. When the news reached the parents of civilian students, GTN had become a representative of the civilians. They all say that the next time their children choose ferocious beast eggs, they must pay homage to GTN. He is a living example in Laotian City. Look, is he really the great god? I wonder if I have a chance to admire the great master's luck. Maybe I can get some luck. Yes, I also want to get some luck from a great god. When I get home, I will pass this luck on to my younger brother. When I choose ferocious beast eggs next year, I don't need to ask for gold level, even silver level will do. Am I the only one who thinks the great god looks handsome? My body feels hot when I look at him. A girl said with rapid breathing. Ha, you don't need to tell me, I have seen him a long time ago, and I feel that he is more handsome and elegant than those rich boys. Others said that GTN had arrived at the area where Class 1 was. Some people from Class 1 had already arrived, but GTN found that the students in the class were a little different from other classes. There are about 30 people in the first class area, and the clothes of each of them seem to indicate their unusual identity and status. Or 3 or 2 people are joking with each other politely, and complimenting each other without smiling. Or if there are multiple girls singing and laughing around a boy, it can be seen that the one in the family is the stronger one. And GTN saw a few acquaintances, such as Zhao Yongning and several of his accomplices. Hey, you are brother GTN. A fat boy ran up to GTN and asked with a smile. And he extended his right hand without hesitation to shake hands with GTN. Yes, I am GTN, who are you? GTN also extended his hand and shook the fat man's hand. Heron didn't know his purpose, but he stretched out his hand not to hit the smiling man. My name is Ji Bai, Ji of the season, Bai of the white. Ji Bai's smile was rippling, looking familiar. You are GTN. I heard that you are the commoner who got lucky. Just when Ji Bai was about to say something to GTN, an arrogant voice interrupted. Ji Bai frowned. Except for his father and sister, few people dared to interrupt him. However, after frowning, Ji Bai ignored him and then opened his mouth to speak again. Another voice came. Oh, I really thought it would be great to have a gold-level beast. I advise you not to be too arrogant. Otherwise, you will suffer a lot. Ji Bai's open mouth was forced to close again, his face looking very gloomy. Shut the hell up. Another person hasn't finished speaking yet. Ji Bai, who had a dark face, immediately turned around and cursed at the young man who had just spoken. If you let me hear your F-King voice again, I will tear you alive. Chapter 7. Ji Bai's roar shocked those people and also attracted the attention of everyone in the group. GTN also looked at the fat man he had just met with a surprised look on his face. This guy should know who those people are. But he still dared to scold the other party like this. This person either has a strong head, or has a strong family background, or, like him, he is very strong. Don't bother them at all. Damn it, I haven't said bad words in a long time, you have to force me. Is it easy for me? Ji Bai muttered as if he was aggrieved. Little fat man, who are you? You know I'm from the Wang family, and my dad is Wang Gang. Be careful that I don't let you eat and walk around. The scolded second generation's face turned blue and purple. He was obviously very angry and pointed at Ji Bai and cursed. That's right, who the hell are you? My dad is from the inspection department. I can get you in with just one phone call. Do you believe it? A second generation man next to him saw his brother being scolded and stood directly, supported him. You are yelling and you dare to talk back. I'm so proud of you. If any of you are unhappy with me, please come forward. I don't want to talk nonsense to you. Ji Bai changed his gentle attitude toward GTN and became arrogant, making people want to beat him to death. GTN, on the other hand, was watching the show from the sidelines. He saw that Ji Bai looked confident. It seems to have a great background. Stand still, no one is afraid of whom. Hearing Ji Bai's arrogant remarks, several other second and third generation people who had originally ignored him also stood up. GTN glanced around and found that in the entire class, it seemed that only a few girls from the northeast corner and a handsome man in expensive clothes from the southwest did not come over. The rest basically stood up. And that includes Zhao Yongning and others who were in the same batch as GTN. I, Wang Wei, am the son of the deputy leader of the Laotian Municipal Inspection Team. My father is Wang Gang. I, Zhao Yongning, am the second son of the Zhao family, one of the 10 largest families in Laotian City. My father is Zhao Liang. I, Xiao Sheng, am a descendant of the Xiao family, one of the 10 largest families in Laotian City. My father is a top silver-level expert. I, Li Yuan, am the 5th son of the Li family, one of the 10 largest families in Laotian City. My father is the deputy director of logistics in Laocheng. Every boy and girl announced their family status proudly, showing great arrogance. People in other classes next to me were shocked. Come on, dear, what happened? People in class 1 seemed to be fighting. A bunch of second-generation people are actually dealing with one person at the same time. What a big show. I don't know, but all of them are the sons or grandsons of important people. I know Mr. Li Yuan. He is in charge of the taxation of all walks of life. I heard that people from all major families must be careful to accompany him and not dare to offend him at all. Oh, do you know that Zhao Yongning, the second son of the Zhao family in Laoshan City, his father is Zhao Liang, the current head of the Zhao family. He is a slightly gold-level master in Laoshan City and one of the top 20 strongest men in Laoshan City. Quote. So that kid is finished. If you dare to offend so many young masters at once, I'm afraid you'll have to go out lying down today. Yeah, it's really not good to offend anyone, but a group of second-generation people. The foreign students in the back who didn't know what was going on looked like a bunch of people eating melon. Looking at this side very curiously, the class quickly formed a big circle. But no one dared to step into the first class. Finished. Ji Bai opened his mouth disdainfully, and then shouted loudly. You guys are very kind to me. My name is Ji Bai, the only son of the Ji family, the largest family in Laoshan City. My father is the mayor of Laoshan City, Ji Yongchang. HMPH, competing with me backstage will scare you to death. ... The noisy scene seemed to have been pressed on the pause button, and it became audible. A gust of breeze blew by, breaking the moment of peace. Damn it, that's the chief's son. Damn, those are golden thighs. FK, what should I say? Damn, this is the second generation, the biggest second generation in the city. As expected of the son of the chief minister, he is brave and domineering. He is physically strong. He is a genius at first glance. Salute to the boss. Salute to the boss. Salute to the boss. People in other classes immediately exploded. They never expected that the fat guy who just thought he was dead could actually make a comeback. And it was directly revealed that he was the son of the eldest son. This is more intense than the sensation caused by a bomb exploded in a crowd. Which of the sons of the Lord's family could be seen by civilians like them, and whoever was not protected strictly for fear of being discovered and assassinated by people of a hostile race. Now, they actually saw a real person. And it's no accident that after dozens or hundreds of years, this young master is likely to be the only successor of this city, that is, the mayor of this city. Those second-generation people know more about things that ordinary people think about because they have been exposed to them at home since childhood. Some people turned pale instantly. It looks like it's painted with white paint. In fact, some of the timid second generation fell to the ground in fright. They never thought that they would offend the son of the eldest son. The sad expressions on their faces were in sharp contrast to their arrogance just now. Mr. G, I am ignorant of Mount Tai. I didn't know anything about it beforehand. I am here to apologize to you. Zhao Yongning was the first to react and hurriedly left the group, bowing his head and cupping his fists to apologize to Ji Bai. Yes, didn't we flood the Dragon King Temple? Wang Wei, who had just been scolded by Ji Bai, was sweating profusely. He just offended Ji Bai so badly. Who knows if Ji Bai will let him go? Yes, we are all a family. Don't hurt the harmony. A second-generation man reacted and quickly said with a smile. Oh, who the hell is your family? Ji Bai laughed and scolded. Even the person who was related to him didn't even take a look at who he was. Listen, from today on, GTN is my brother. Anyone who dares to offend my brother offends me. Do you want my forgiveness? Can. But my brother has to agree. Ji Bai waved his hands and said loudly. Chapter 8. GTN, who had not been noticed by everyone, suddenly attracted the attention of everyone present. GTN was a little surprised by Ji Bai's identity just now, but suddenly he was the center of the audience. To be honest, GTN doesn't like such high-profile occasions. After all, he is not very powerful now. He has heard the proverb countless times that a tree is as beautiful as a tree and will be destroyed by the wind. However, if GTN doesn't make trouble for others, others will also make trouble for GTN. Because excellent people always attract the attention of others. A group of second-generation people. You look at me and I look at you. He looked like he didn't know what to do. GTN, I'm sorry, I was at fault this time. From now on, wherever you appear, I will stay away. From now on, I will withdraw from all things against you. Wang Wei was the first to stand up. There was no way, he really couldn't stand it anymore. If he came home and let his father know that he had offended the Shi eldest son, he might have his legs broken and send them to the Shi eldest family. At the same time, he also made it clear. There was a reason for what happened today, someone deliberately wanted to anger GTN. I just didn't expect that such a big shot would be singled out. He is afraid. If it happens again, I'm afraid he really can't bear it. Oh, GTN frowned when he heard Wang Wei's words. Did they provoke me on purpose? GTN and Ben didn't take these second generations seriously. Now I know that they have formed a group to act with me. And his interest was slightly piqued. Wang Wei, you dare to say this, and you are not afraid that your father will beat you when you go home. Hearing that Wang Wei actually told the news directly in front of everyone, the other second generations couldn't help but cursed. What a weakling, if I had known I would have said it first. Now I can't find any reason to quit. Haha, I almost lost my life, and you are still talking to me about this. Wang Wei sneered at the second generation people behind him with a risk-taking look. It's hard to bear the promise. Why don't you come over now to support yourself? Let this matter end here. The man in gorgeous clothes who was standing far away and not caring about anything came over step by step. Before anyone arrived, he spoke first. Damn it, who dared to interfere? Ji Bai's anger was ignited again. He had been protected and imprisoned at home for 18 years. He finally came out and pretended to be a coward, but was provoked again and again. This is too disrespectful to him. Ji Bai, you don't need to use Uncle Ji to pressure us. The older generation will not care about our new generation's struggle. Zhang Hao's, a handsome man, said calmly. Hearing this sound, Ji Bai's face darkened again after he saw the person clearly. He knew the person coming, the son of the second in command in Laoshan City. The relationship between the two families is not bad, but if this matter really gets into trouble, it might turn into a fight between children, as he said. Zhang Hao's, are you sure you want to interfere in my affairs? Ji Bai asked again, this time he was serious. Ji Bai, you should know that this matter was jointly discussed by several major families, and no one can stop it. Zhang Hao stopped and said to Ji Bai, obviously he did not intend to give up. Speaking of which, can you please speak clearly? Let me, the client, listen. GTN looked at the two guys playing riddles with him and said impatiently. You are not AF King, good thing. If you piss me off, I will F King kill you. GTN knew that those big families might be targeting him. The days ahead will not be peaceful. GTN, the thing is like this, Ji Bai quickly explained, but before he finished speaking, Zhang Hao's interrupted him. Ji Bai's face turned even darker. Why do people keep interrupting me today? GTN, I will give you a chance now. As long as you are willing to join my Zhang family and change your surname to Zhang from now on, we will not target you again. GTN, our Zhao family can do it too, and we will do our best to train you to reach the gold level. Zhao Yongning said loudly in a hurry. He didn't want Zhang Hao's to be a solitary foodist. Oh, what if I don't? GTN was amused by their words. Do I need you? Or do you think I am afraid of you? If not, then you will be jointly suppressed by our family and others. Laoshan City does not need another gold-level powerhouse. Zhang Haoran still said with a smile, but there was a knife hidden in his smile. What he said was very simple. If you don't join, we will suppress you and prevent you from reaching the gold level. I won't even hesitate to kill you. Okay, then things have started, let's not stop. After listening, GTN chuckled. The life of a genius is always full of challenges. I'm worried about having nothing to do. Now someone came to us. Quote? That great commoner named GTN really dares to challenge an alliance of more than a dozen families. Ha, he's done. He's really not afraid of tigers. He thinks that with a gold-level beast, he dares not to take the big families of Laoshan City seriously. He doesn't know how scary they are. That's right, if more than a dozen families are connected, that person can take charge of Laoshan City. It's better to stay away from him in the future. That's right. I think he will admit defeat sooner or later. How can anyone be able to defeat those people from big families? People in other classes around him felt that GTN was crazy when they heard that GTN dared to attack the second-generation family. Those big families are in charge of all aspects of Laoshan City, and they are not something that GTN, an ordinary person, can shake. If GTN knew what they were thinking, he would definitely laugh it off. I wonder if they would regret it if they knew that their master beast was the supreme level Howling Moon Sirius. Everyone is here, so let's choose a monitor. Just when the tension was high, a crisp voice came and everyone looked. I saw a lovely woman walking over from the side, with a pair of charming little cherry lips, fair and rosy skin, long black and shiny hair, and a huge fierce creature standing proudly in front of her. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Yi Wan, the head teacher of Class 1. You can call me Teacher Yi. Yi Wan faced these students gently. Although she didn't know what happened, she didn't care much. Can a top class still be considered a top class if there are no contradictions? Yi Wanming didn't give everyone time to adapt to her, and said directly, "In 1 hour, we are going to the trial place. Now let's choose a squad leader first. You decide the selection rules yourself. People who are equivalent to squad leaders will run for election. You only have 1 hour." Teacher Yi's words stirred the desires in the hearts of those present. The squad leaders in this world have various advantages. They can not only obtain more resources, but also make their own connections. The benefits are great. So naturally there are many people who want to fight for it. Chapter 9. Sure enough, soon someone couldn't help but speak out. I don't know if you have heard of my name Zhang Haoran. My family is the Zhang family. My father is the head of the Zhang family and the deputy chief of Laoshan City. Of course, you don't need to care about my background, it doesn't matter. Zhang Haoran talked eloquently, asking everyone not to care about his identity. Quote. Everyone else present who wanted to compete wanted to curse. If you don't want everyone to care about your identity, then you go out of your way to say it. Now doesn't it mean that anyone who dares to compete with him for squad leader is his enemy, and most of his competitors have been eliminated in one fell swoop? Of course, I won't bully anyone. Zhang Haoran knew that there was no way to convince others like this. Come out, poisonous python. Zhang Haoran directly summoned his own beast. This is a giant python that is 3 meters long and 30 centimeters wide. The giant python is very fierce. It hisses and sticks out its tongue as soon as it appears. Its cold eyes seem to make people's hair stand on end. For fear of being targeted. It can almost eat a person alive. Gold-level poisonous python. Zhao Yongning, who was still a little unconvinced by Zhang Haoran, exclaimed. This is a gold-level poisonous python. How can a gold-level beast master be defeated by my silver-level beast master? Forget it, that's it. I won't argue. Those who were originally tempted knew there was no hope the moment they saw Zhang Haoran's beast control, and shook their heads and gave up. Zhang Haoran felt very proud when he saw everyone shaking their heads and sighing. Thinking about it, he glanced at GTN and saw that he was not shocked at all, but was a little embarrassed and angry. He thought that GTN would immediately admit defeat when he saw him controlling the beast, but he noticed a hint of disdain on GTN's face. This made Zhang Haoran, who had a gold-level beast control, a little angry. GTN is too arrogant. Of course GTN saw Zhang Haoran's provocation, but he didn't care. GTN, why don't we compete? By the way, I forgot to mention it. My beast control has reached the primary level of black iron. If you don't dare, just pretend I didn't say it. Zhang Haoran still smiled gently, giving people the feeling of a smiling tiger. Relying on his own resources, he upgraded his beast control from non-advanced to black iron primary in 1 day yesterday. So he was confident against GTN. He didn't believe that a guy from a commoner background could compare to him. Here, in 1 day, the beast master will be upgraded from junior to junior. I'm afraid he will need to use at least bronze-level beast crystals. You are so rich. Yesterday, I gave my Yueying cat a black iron level intermediate beast crystal and it made me feel so distressed. This, GTN shouldn't dare to fight. It's a battle that he can't win at all. GTN, that's just his way of provoking generals, don't worry about it. Ji-bai on the side reminded him that he knew GTN's family situation and he didn't think GTN could win this victory. You must know that even at the Black Iron level, the difference is huge, not to mention that GTN's beast control has not even entered the level. How to fight this? Okay, then I will help your father teach you how to behave. GTN smiled. This was the first time he heard such a request for a fight. He was happy to teach this arrogant guy a lesson. It's over. No. Ji-bai slapped his face. Why didn't GTN listen? Even though his beast control level may be above the gold level, it is of little use at the initial level. It seems that I have to find a way to protect him myself. HMPH. GTN, you have angered me. Jong Haoran's face turned cold. No one has ever dared to teach someone for his father. This is also a thorn in the side. Yi Wan was watching with great interest. He also wanted to see what GTN had the confidence to dare to provoke Jong Haoran. And she didn't think anything would happen in front of her. She is a genuine silver level powerhouse. It's okay to look after a Black Iron Junior, a battler who will probably not level up. It's over. GTN's Beastmaster will probably be killed in a while. It shouldn't be that cruel. HMPH, you don't know the power of that poisonous python. I heard that it seals the throat at the sight of blood. Once bitten by the poisonous python, even a demigod will not come back. Then isn't it going to be the end of the great god GTN? It's very possible that it will be over before I get up. Others in the crowd were talking a lot, thinking that GTN was doomed. GTN, if you kneel down and apologize to me now, I might be able to forgive you. How about that? Jong Haoran spread his hands generously, showing his broad mind. No, I'd better wait until you beg me later. GTN stepped forward, his brows showing his power. Come out, Xiao Yu serious. Ouch. Under the watchful eyes of everyone present, a huge silver-white wolf appeared in front of GTN and roared to the sky. Chapter 10. Is this the wolf cub from yesterday? Zhao Yongning was frightened. Also frightened with him were several people around him who had awakened at the same time as GTN. When they woke up the day before yesterday, they knew clearly that GTN's beast was only as big as a newborn puppy. But now only one day has passed. This beast has become almost like an adult Tibetan Mastiff. If they hadn't seen it with their own eyes, they probably wouldn't believe it. Is this the beast that awakened just yesterday? Or a civilian? Shit, my beast control is almost as strong as iron, and it's not even as big as one of his legs. The people in the first class felt that they had been deceived. How could they be newly awakened? That is to say, everyone who has been awake for half a year believes it. Ji-bai, who was thinking of countermeasures, suddenly lit up. What an unexpected surprise. I didn't expect GTN's beast control to be so powerful. Did he give the beast control hormones? Not only Ji-bai, but Yi Wan was also shocked. She learned some information about GTN from instructor Tang yesterday. But it didn't say that GTN's beast control has reached the intermediate level of Black Iron. This spans 2 realms in a row. She wanted to know how GTN did it. Jong Haoran was the worst. He was just thinking about how to make GTN suffer, but his face froze. On the surface, it seems that my own beast is longer. But it's useless. They are really strong. What to do now? Just admit defeat. Jian Haoran was thinking anxiously about his strategy, sweat dripping from his head. Do you still want to fight? Let me tell you, my beast control is an intermediate level Black Iron. GTN said calmly. GTN was annoyed when he saw Jong Haoran wiping his sweat constantly. Just now he said that he would teach me a lesson, but now he is so frightened that he is sweating on his head, and it will be difficult for him to be confident in the future. Fight. Since I brought it up, I will fight even if I die. Jong Haoran gritted his teeth and stamped his feet. He opened his mouth fiercely and said. He was already riding a tiger and couldn't get off, so he could only accept the challenge. At the same time, I feel extremely regretful. If I had known better, I would not have been in the limelight. Okay, I'll take care of you with one move. GTN said without any concern. GTN, let me tell you, don't be too arrogant. My snakes are poisonous, be careful of your beast being poisoned to death. Jong Haoran felt cruel secretly. If you are willing to make a truce, I won't make it difficult for you. No, I won't give up. Quote. Jong Haoran. Let's start. GTN didn't want to waste any more time. Xiao Yin, give him an absolute wind blade. Being fierce and aggressive is the innate habit of Xiao Yu Sirius. After hearing GTN's order, Xiao Yu Sirius, who was excited to fight, directly fired a wind blade from his mouth and went straight towards the poisonous python. The wind blade was good at facing the wind, and it turned into a huge machete nearly 10 meters in size. A big crack was cut on the ground, and it headed towards the poisonous python. When Jong Haoran saw the huge silver slash, he was frightened. And he is right behind the poisonous python, which means that if the poisonous python cannot block the attack of Xiao Yu Sirius, he may be cut in half by the slash. And he knew without even thinking that his poisonous python could not be stopped at all. Run. Yi Wan, who was just treating it as a normal sparring match, suddenly changed color when he saw the 10-meter-long slash. This is not an attack that a black iron level beast can launch. However, Jong Haoran was blinded and his legs were too frightened to move. Where can I run? Others looked at this scene in horror, thinking that Jong Haoran was about to die. Boom. A sound that could shake a 10-mile radius suddenly erupted. Before anyone could react, a majestic wave of air rushed directly in front of everyone present. Everyone was knocked to the ground in an instant. The entire playground was filled with billowing smoke. After a long time, the dust dispersed. Between GTN and Jong Haoran is a large pit with a diameter of 5 meters. Ahem, ahem. Everyone stood up, spit out the dirt that entered their mouths, and patted the dirt on their bodies. Woo 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 woo. At this time, a choking voice came, and everyone looked towards the sound. It turns out to be Jong Haoran. He is fine. I'm just crying. Yes, I'm crying. Everyone even noticed that the soil on his lower body seemed to be wet, but no one said anything. Next to Jong Haoran was his beast master, who had fainted at this time. But when everyone looked at GTN, they found that his beast had protected him tightly, and there wasn't even much dirt on his body. Not bad, Xiao Yin. GTN touched Xiao Yin's head. Xiao Yin, on the other hand, was comfortably enjoying the touch of his master. It seems that what just happened is not as big a deal in its eyes as the owner's touch. Okay, it's okay. Seeing that Jong Haoran was still alive and well, Yi Wan patted his chest and breathed a sigh of relief. It was just a little bit close. If she hadn't summoned her own beast in time to block GTN's attack, Jong Haoran would have been torn in half. What's going on here? The sound just now obviously alarmed many people, and silver meteors came straight towards the playground. These are all silver-level experts. Because only silver-level experts can control the sky without resorting to the ability to control beasts. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.